Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Jetpack! This was one of those games that I grew up with as a kid, and I've actually been meaning to play it on this channel for quite some time. Let me get the mouse out of the way real quick there. Thankfully, through the wonders of DOSBox, I'm able to do this right here on my Mac, which is really nice and convenient. It has been something I've been looking forward to since I've started doing YouTube, which is for quite a long time, so I'm ready to do this. This is going to be a blast. Now, this game came out in the early 90s. It was one of those games that was kind of a shareware hit back during that era where you got floppy disks that had game demos and you had to mail order like the full versions. And the best way I can describe it is a puzzle platformer. It's kind of like Chutes Challenge where you have to collect stuff and you have to avoid enemies like you can see right here. And you can fly using a jetpack, and what kid wouldn't want to do that? I mean, come on, as a kid this was like the coolest thing ever, right? And the only difference is that it's got platforming elements, which also as a kid I thought was really fun, because games like Chutes Challenge just don't have that. They're top-down tile-based games, whereas this is a platforming tile-based game, and it's definitely got some different stuff in it. One of the things that you may notice, for those who are familiar with some of the stuff I've designed for Chutes Challenge, is that I've gotten some of the inspiration for some of my level designs from this game, as a lot of the levels in this game were very well made. The designers did an incredible job crafting them, as you can see by that demo that we just watched. Anyway, though, I originally discovered this game through a visit at a friend's house where he had the demo, which was about 10 levels out of the 100 that are in the game. We never really quite got through all of them, but we did manage to make some progress. Eventually, I downloaded the game for free when it became available as freeware online, and, well, the rest is history. As you can see here, this game also includes an editor, which people use to make their own levels and stuff, which is pretty cool. That was definitely something I loved as a kid. I often dreamed of sharing my levels with the world, but sadly they were all lost, so that really stinks. But anyway, let's go ahead and just kind of look over what we're dealing with here. I'm just going to kill the demo guy there, and doom him to a horrible, gruesome death. Let's go look at the help, just so you can kind of get an idea of what we're dealing with here. These are the controls. You can see what the keys are. For those who don't know what a boss key is, basically that means it was kind of a popular thing during the DOS era, where if you played a game at work, you can press that key when your boss came around and it would just bring something up that looked work-related, or it just hid the fact that you were playing a game, basically. Thankfully, I have no need to use that here, so that's nice. Let's see, the next thing is the story, which is not really much, kind of like Chutes Challenge. You are a daring adventurer in search of precious gems. With your trusty jetpack, enter and explore 100 levels full of treasure and peril. Your quest is to take all the gems in each level without getting killed. Collect treasure along the way to earn extra lives. Find fuel for your jetpack to make your search easier. So, basically, this game requires you to pick up the green emerald gems that you can see there. They're kind of like semicircles on those pedestals. And the gold is stuff that gives you extra points that you don't have to get, but they help you get extra lives. And that double tank of fuel is what fuels your jetpack. There are teleporters that transport you around the level, and barriers that block your progress. This is an example of a teleporter right there, and this is a barrier. Barriers can be deactivated by pressing buttons of the same color, or switches in this case. You can just step on these, but you actually have to activate these with a down key press. Monsters can also control the barriers by moving over floor switches, like this one. There are moving platforms and ladders that can help or hinder you. Icy bricks make walking difficult, and sludge-covered bricks will slow you down. The phase shifter on your jetpack will tunnel through bricks. Some bricks require more time to phase, and gray stone is solid and cannot be phased. This is just showing the jetpack. Your jetpack is a valuable tool in your quest for gems. Fuel must be found before the jet turbines will function. I do like how they have like a whole diagram showing this. It's pretty cool. And here is kind of the lowdown on what we're dealing with. We got the emerald gem, the tank, of fuel, the double version, and the gold, and that little statue gives you an instant extra life, which is pretty neat. A stunner basically just freezes all the enemies for a limited amount of time. A shield grants you invulnerability. The energy charger just gives you fuel without the need of a tank, as long as you stay there and just rest still in it. The energy drain gets rid of fuel, so you want to avoid that. The steel barrier, you can just phase through those, but they'll close on you if you're not quick enough. Hidden spears are insta-kill things, and spikes are also the same, but they're more noticeable. And here are the 8 different types of enemies who will try to put an end to our quests. The track bot. This guy will track you down. The reason why it says this guy will track you down is because in the original version of this game, I think it's like the beta version, the track bot was actually a guy and his name was just Guy. And no, I don't want that on my screen, sorry. The steel ball rolls around crushing everything in its path. It just moves downward, it can't hop or anything, it just rolls back and forth. A spring bounces up and down. A missile just turns right whenever it can, and it flies around really fast. You can't outrun it. Spikes bounce around diagonally. Flitzers, which that's a cool name, they just move randomly. They're kind of like blobs from Chip's Challenge. Bat bots, basically bat bots are kind of like teeth in Chip's Challenge, sort of, except they can fly. They're kind of like the track bots, except track bots can't jump. They can just go up and down ladders and up platforms. And finally, homers are really deadly. They can travel through any wall straight toward you. So definitely avoid those. And it was funny, but as a kid with a demo, my friend and I actually tried testing this out because none of the demo levels included homers at all. So we tried with the editor to make levels with every kind of wall just to see if they could go through every wall, and sure enough they could. So that's the lowdown and what we're dealing with, so let's get started with Level 0. Welcome to Jetpack. Yeah, this was back in the era when level 0s were a thing. So we start here, we got a track bot and a spike on our tail. Well, not on our tail, I guess. That's the phaser. Let's just run! Okay, thankfully the jetpack allows us to fly around away from the enemies here, but that's not a luxury we're always going to have. This game is a lot of fun. You also want to be careful not to fly around too erratically such that you hit enemies, because that can be to your detriment. And yes, hitting an enemy will kill you instantly, and you have to start the level all over again. Again, kind of like Chip's Challenge. There's no health system in this game. Thankfully, once you collect all the gems, the door will open and you can leave, and it makes a cool little noise there. The teleporter, and I can save my game before each level, which is a handy little feature. You can only have one save file, though, since this is a little DOS game that couldn't really handle a whole lot. I mean, come on, it was made during that era. Oh yeah, and stuff appears randomly sometimes. You can get stunners, you know, or shields or fuel when they appear randomly. It happens sometimes, though not very often. Go ahead and get that canister there. And yeah, there's a random shield that just showed up right there. I think the shield, I can't remember if that actually is in the level as an item that you can get that just stays around. It may just be something that appears on special occasions randomly. And whoa, watch out. Whoa! Oh wow. You guys saw that, right? I mean, that was like high precision timing or something. I'm just gonna stay up here for now until that ball comes back. There you go. I'm going to use my phaser to go through here, and thankfully the ball will not follow you down here because it's going right when it's rolling, so it will have no reason to go over there. And we can collect all the stuff over here. For some reason when you get extra lives, it gives you that evil laugh. Not sure what's up with that, but I think it kind of sounds cool. Okay, I need to get this stunner so that you guys can stay still. I should have probably done that earlier before I went through the bricks. And out the exit we go. Awesome. Okay, so the Marble Worm, this along with Welcome to Jetpack were both levels that were in the demo. And this level was one of those ones that was kind of interesting. It had an interesting theme since you had to be very careful with your fuel, as there was a lot of places where you had to kind of navigate through tight spaces, and as such it was easier to use more fuel, like right here. And also there's lag to deal with, thanks to the animation for these balls. I don't really know why, but for some reason DOSBox does this when it has to go through things like those vines over there. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Not really a big fan of it, but I can cope. It's totally cool. See, now they're just acting normally since they're not really having to deal with like another item or element in the level. But now that they're going over there in that green stuff, yeah. Not sure what's up with that blue switch. I mean, I know it affects where the balls go as they go down through the purple teleports, but yeah, from a player perspective, it can be kind of a little bit annoying as you navigate across here. Because if you're in a barrier spot when it gets activated, you'll die. Oops, and I forgot to save. Oh well. This level is pretty easy. I've been tempted to make a chips challenge level that has this kind of design to it, but I haven't really figured out exactly what it would involve. I suppose it could just be a nice open level like this. But yeah, this is a fun one. You can just avoid all the spikes. You kind of have to cut it close in some cases like this, but otherwise, pretty simple level. Nothing too major. There's just a lot of precise timing when you're dealing with enemies in enclosed spaces like this, particularly when their movement is diagonal. Alright, I'm just going to escape through here. And there's a stunner there. I'm going to get that. I'm going to try to be a completionist and get all the stuff. Ooh, and a fuel tank. Nice. So I definitely want to rack up extra lives because I happen to know that the later levels are going to be insane. Alright, the complex. Now this is the first level that really stumped me and my friend, his name is Brian, I probably should mention that. I think I've mentioned Brian a few times on the channel, actually. Brian and I were stuck on this level for quite a while. It took us a long time before we surpassed it as kids. Mainly because as kids, you know, things like this are not that easy. I mean, there's so much, you know, precise timing and thinking on your feet involved, and unlike CC, there's no pause button, so you really have to be on your toes. So I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I can go down here and just... Uh-oh. That may have been a bad idea. There we go. Let's get out. Yeah, it's just moments like that where you have to be quick. It's kind of like Pac-Man. You just have to know how to react when stuff comes up. I think I'm going to try going down here. I don't know if the spike's going to bounce back on me, but hopefully not. It looks like he's just continuing to go down there. I need to get that red switch pressed so I can get into that... well, I can go through the green teleport too, but I need to go to the right side anyway to get that gem, so might as well. Yeah, as an adult, I mean, this sort of thing is a lot easier. I mean, I don't say that to gloat, I just say that it's just funny how, as a kid, certain things are hard, but when you grow up, they're just like, wow, I can't believe that was hard back then. It's just weird how perspective affects that. Okay, we have survived the complex, and we are now on to Escape from the 64. I'm guessing that's a Commodore 64, not a Nintendo 64, because Nintendo 64s don't have missiles like this. And this is our first foray into missile dodging. Thankfully they just bounce back and forth in this level, they don't actually turn, but still they can be quite a formidable opponent since they're really fast. Alright, I'm just going to wait and be patient here. I am going to try to collect all the gold, just mainly because like I said, I'm a completionist. I can't help it. There actually is a level, at least one level that I can think of later on down the road. Not too far from now, but a level where you actually can't collect everything or else you're pretty much going to die. Or it's going to be really hard to collect everything without dying. So I'm going to have to be really extra careful about that. And I probably won't get everything in that case, but in a situation like this where it is theoretically possible, I don't mind. Whoa, 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 that was close. That was close. Alright, here we go. So yeah, this game is a lot of fun. I know there's a lot of games out there that are kind of like this. Oh, and we got to jump over this one, so I take back that turning thing. Yes! I love how the animation for your jumping looks. It looks really funny, like you're making a big leap. Okay, I'm gonna wiggle over here to this area. Ooh, and there's a shield. I can just walk through all the missiles. Didn't even have to jump over this guy. Alright, we're out. I don't think the shield was going to last that much longer anyway. Alright, ladder maze is next. And wait, I pressed Alt-S. Okay. I guess Alt-S doesn't always work, so we're going to have to be kind of careful about that. This is pretty simple. We just have to dodge all the track bots, make sure you don't get caught. Let's see, there we go. Just make sure you keep running away. Oh, okay, that was really, really close. Ha ha ha. Can't get me here. Well, I guess you could if you went that way. Phase, 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 phase! Good. Alright. Yeah. I gotta find another way to do this. Clearly this is not gonna work. So let's go this way. I think this is the first level that we don't have fuel in. So this is gonna be an interesting challenge. There's a different level where you get introduced to the concept of no fuel in the demo. It's called Fuel Shortage, and it was another one of those levels that we were stuck on. You'll see it soon enough. Okay, now does saving work? Good, okay. To Grandma's house we go. Yeah, unfortunately they couldn't put in the apostrophes and punctuation marks in the titles. I don't think that was an option. The good news is, though, we got plenty of fuel storage things here. They're the generating thingies. And walls we can use to break into Grandma's house. Sorry, Grandma. I don't support breaking and entering, but when there's missiles involved, I gotta make an exception. Okay, let's get that blue switch deactivated. That needs to be taken care of. Okay, there we go. Alright, Spike, don't bug me here while I'm doing this. There we go. Okay, so the missile's gonna come out. There we are. Good. Perfect, alright. We are good to go. Alright, and we still haven't lost a life yet, which I'm kind of surprised at. I mean, oh, wait a minute. I just jinxed myself. This level is annoying. This level is annoying. You don't have any fuel. You got a big sea of track bots. Oh boy. Yeah. This level is annoying. And you got conveyor platforms to deal with here too, which can really mess up your jumping timing. I'm not gonna lie. Thankfully you can jump up the ladders that are, like, even though they're moving down like this. So that's nice. But you got this bat bot you have to contend with, and it is not fun dealing with this guy. I don't know, I have a lot of bad memories of this level as a kid. This was not part of the demo, by the way. But it was a part of my childhood in terms of big annoyances. Particularly this early on in the game. Alright, maybe this won't be so bad. Maybe we can get through here. It's just that bottom section on the right side that's giving me some pause. That section is a little bit unforgiving. Yeah, there we go. Made it. No! No! I told you! I told you it was gonna happen. Okay, let's try again. We can do this. We can do this. This is not that bad. We can do this. We just gotta make sure we don't fall off or do anything stupid or get bat-botted. Bat-botted. That just sounds like a Batman term. Bat-botted. Even the term bat-bot sounds like a Batman thing. Okay, let's go up with the up ladder. And down with the down ladder. Okay, I'm going to try to make this... No! Okay, hang on. As long as we can jump, I think we're good. Okay, good. Made it. Whew! Okay. I don't know if you heard me banging the key there, but that was me forcibly saying, no, I'm not gonna die. Alright, we made it. And Eureka! So this is kind of a special thing that this game does. Every 10th level, you get like a treasure level where basically you can just collect tons of gold. And this is also our first introduction to Flitzers, so yay. Yeah, we can just collect all this gold. It's only gold coins, so it's not really as much as the gold piles or the gold vases, but still, it's points, and I do like points. They're good for lives and stuff, so there's always that. Bing, bing. So, as I mentioned earlier, this game has an editor, and around the time that I discovered it online as freeware, there was kind of a bit of a contingent of people online who made quite a few levels. In fact, I want to say that there was even a release of the game that included some of the best of the community design levels as part of the release, which was kind of cool for the time. Yeah, this is probably not the best idea. I probably should have thought about this. Yeah. Guys, can you go over here? That would be good. Go this way and run! Okay, good. I guess that's not running, though. Oh, well. Okay. Okay. Thankfully, they're together, so that kind of helps keep things consolidated. Okay. There we are. Okay. So, I think I'm going to stop right here for now, and we'll continue with Ice Cavern in the next video. So, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button if you are excited about this Let's Play, because I'm super excited about it. It is, like I said, it's one of my favorite games from my childhood. I'm excited to share the rest of it with you, and I'm sorry if there was just a lot of explanation and not much going on in this one, but believe me, we're going to hit the ground running on the next video. It's going to be lots of fun. We're going to have a great time going through all these levels. Hopefully there won't be any silly deaths. Okay, what am I saying? There's definitely going to be silly deaths, but you get the idea. I'll catch you on the flip side, guys, so take care, and thanks again for watching, and I will see you then.